What's up, guys? I'm going to show you how I put together a party box and everything that's in it and what I use it for and all that fun stuff. Start with the box, obviously, right? I get the box off of Amazon. I think it's, hold on. I have a label, I believe it's like a 9x2. I'm not, hold on, let me see here. Give me a moment. Oh, 9x6x2 is what I get off of Amazon. And it's perfect size for me for putting this together and everything that I put inside of it. My goal when I make these is to try to give them, holding the cap, there we go. As I try to give them everything that I can possibly give them so they can experience Scentsy in every way possible, and give them a great experience all together, because then they're like, wow, I want to do a party like this. This is awesome. I want other people. And there's so many people that haven't tried Scentsy or certain products, and actually in my form that I have them fill out, they get the option to add like scents they like, scents they don't like. They add things they haven't tried before, and hopefully some of the stuff they haven't tried I'll be able to actually give them samples of, but it just kind of depends. The one I'm making, they only have not tried the buddies, the packs, or the essentials or diffusers, which I can't really give them samples of that. So anywho, but they did mention they don't like vanilla, so a lot of the scents that I will give them will not have a vanilla base or something of that nature, or not have it be like super vanilla-y in that nature. Unfortunately, my Scentsy Fresh is black raspberry vanilla. So how the whole party box happens is that I create a scrolling party. I try to avoid doing anything on social media, like on Facebook, because I hate Facebook, and I just don't have the great responses in groups like I want to. So I'm trying to move away from that, and I do scrolling parties, which is kind of like a texting party to a scrolling party meshed together. And in that, I create the whole page for the host and for the party. It has videos, it has photos, it has everything on there, but in the very top of it, they're able to request a party box. And then the party box, that's when they fill everything out, and that's when I get their information. That's when I find out what they like, what they don't like, and all this stuff like that. And then from there is when I make the box. So that's where I'm at right now. I use the same tissue paper that I use in my local orders. So it's all the same, it's all uniform. They get everything the same, no different than if they were a local order. I'm just gonna this a little bit more. And so I just do that. That's my beginning, my beginner box. And then I just pick, now depending on the weather. So right now we're kind of in between the springish to summer. Virginia has like very hybrid seasons. So I'm kind of teetering where I could still give wax samples, but during the actual hot summer days, I send felt samples instead. I usually will pack them more with the felts, just because they're not as much of them, and they're just this. So I will add more in there, but actual like these kind of things I won't. So I usually give them around 6 or so. It's what I try to give to them, but I'll give whatever I have. So like I still have some of the Mother's Day samples, so I will include that one. Pink lemon water, sugar blossoms, mountain sunset, Jamie thyme, and banana leaf and bamboo. That's gonna be the lucky winners for this box, is what she's gonna get. And then I add a body packet. I get these from the Scentsy consultant store. I used to make them, and I just, time-wise and money, I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I just use whatever is in the consultant store. Just makes it easier on me, and less time that I have to be worrying about everything else. And then, let's see, cotton cleanup. I always give them a cotton cleanup, just because who doesn't love them? And I have so many of them that have done parties and party boxes, and I include them in there, and they're always like, I never knew this existed, this is awesome, and they end up buying some. So, and of course my favorite, the pen's awesome. You also will get a Scentsy Fresh sample, a counter clean sample, and a laundry pack is what. And again, I try to pick, when I make these samples, the more popular scents, or something that I know is pretty common. Like I have a new bottle to make the counter cleaner, and I'm going to be using Daydream Oasis since that's a new scent that's in the spring summer. So I'll be making samples of there. And there's Miss Snowbell, like probably mad that I have a box in her space, and now she's going to squeeze and try to find a way to sleep. So but that's all part of the sample part of it. So the next thing I add into it is, and let me show you what it looks like. It's just packed. It's just packed with lots of stuff for them. Lots of stuff for them to go through and all of that fun stuff. So the next part is I give them a newsletter and the brochure for the scent of the month and all that. This one does not have the scent of the month in it because I'm out of it. The last box I made actually has the last one in there, and then I just fold them and put them in. I also give them a little tea bag because I love tea, and why not have a cup of tea when you're going through the box? How adorable. Anyway, so, and I also give them the catalog and a scavenger hunt. So the scavenger, not the scavenger hunt, but the catalog actually has tons, an obscene amount of stickers in there for them to smell. So anybody, that's why I love doing the scrolling parties, and it is not limited to somebody who's local. You could do this all online or as a scrolling party or whatever the case may be, and they get everything. They get to be able to smell all the new scents. They're gonna, even some of the ones that I got returned, tons of it. I think I have probably 30-ish maybe scents that are in here for them to smell. So they'll be able to have a cup of tea while going through the catalog, smelling all of that, do a scratch and sniff and scavenger hunt, and be able to try a lot of the products. Ta-da! Let's have that, and then we close it, and then that's it. And then I tape it. I just use regular kind of, just this kind of tape, and then I use pirate ship. And I already have all the settings set aside for this, of the box, how much it weighs and all that. And I just use pirate ship because it's a little bit cheaper. Depending on where it's going, it can range in between $4 to $6 to ship it. So like I said, when I do hostess coaching, I make sure they're fully aware that they send it to people that have every intention of ordering. So I'm not sending these boxes to people that have no plan on ordering and they just want something for free. Unfortunately, you're going to get some of those people in the party that are going to do that. And I mean, either you cannot offer these, or just know that that's part of the expenses that you'll be able to write off down the road. But I always do this with the intent of anybody that's filling out the party box knows that they should be ordering, because I hate to waste $30, $40 of people that are requesting boxes and have no intentions of ever ordering. But unfortunately, that is the nature of, you will get some of those people in the party that they requested. But oftentimes they don't order because they're purposely wanting free stuff. It's they don't order because they forget and the party closes by that time. Or they just don't have the money. By the time the party is ready to close, they just don't have the funds for it, which is fine as well. I always also look at it as, maybe right now is not the opportunity for them to order, but they have all these things, so that way down the road they can reach out to me and still order. Once this is done, I have print everything out that is off of pirate ship. The reason why I enjoy using pirate ship is that I do get a little bit of a discount when I'm going through there, but I also get a tracking number, so that way I can actually see when it's been shipped and when it's been delivered, and I could do a follow-up from there. So from once the box is in the mailbox, I send them a text letting them know, hey, this is so and so, make sure to save this number and your party box is on the way. And then I can monitor it and see when it's been delivered, and then I can text them again and say, hey, it's been delivered. That way I know it's been delivered. I know I could check in with them, I could do the follow-up with them. And that's why I enjoy using these party boxes, because even if they don't end up ordering through the party, I can still follow up with them later and say, hey, just checking to see if maybe you needed some Scentsy. Have you gotten a chance to go through the Scentsy samples or whatever? Because you never know, life happens and stuff happens and they can't end up not ordering. And that's kind of my way of just kind of keeping myself, in their minds when it comes to Scentsy. So that's all I do, is tape it and send it out. And I have always had great responses with these. So I enjoy doing them. I highly suggest, if you're able to afford making the samples and doing the postage and stuff like that, even if it's just for one party to kind of see how it works, I highly suggest trying it. A lot of the people, and not only this, but it will expand your customer base, because you're not limited to people that are around you anymore. You can still make a party happen outside of your local area and send them something like this.